We're live from the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Lithuanian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. This is Hard Facts, and I'm Maryann Okon. Welcome to an abridged version of the show. As usual, what we do is we take on all the big stories for the day and the day before, ones that continue into the next day, ones that you are very interested in, and we talk about it, but mostly political, and that's what we do here on Hard Facts. My name is Maryann Okon. We're live from our audiovisual studios, and we are live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation on X. Use the hashtag Hard Facts, or better still, join us on WhatsApp. It's 0809 5975805. From now till the top of the hour, 4 o'clock, it promises to be a great conversation. Most importantly, you'll come away with something. If nothing, you will be very informed, entertained a little bit of it, and then, educated on certain things, especially politics. Welcome to the show. And for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, welcome.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, let's get into the business of the day. Let's look at the big stories for today, shall we? We'll start with, of course, the biggest one, which is the e-transmission of poll results. The president is saying that he cannot be replaced. He can't replace manual. That's the e-transmission cannot replace. So both of them, in his words, have to go side by side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, for those of you who were wondering, Shore said something yesterday on my show that the president in fact, I was saying that, there might be some time for us to agitate and maybe there might be a U-turn of sorts so that, maybe the will of the people is totally reflected. And he said vehemently that the president is going to sign on to it because he's behind it. Okay. Well, here's what the Vanguard newspaper has to say about this story. It says that the president has signed into law the Electoral Act Amendment of 2026, saying in Nigeria that electronic transmission of election results is merely supportive and not a replacement for the manual process. Now, this came on a day the former Cross River State resident electoral commissioner Mike Igini blamed the judiciary for recurring challenges in the electoral system. He also faulted the National Assembly's decision to retain manual coalition as a backup to the electronic transmission of election results in the amendment or the amended act. Signing of the amended act came days after the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) released a timetable for the 2027 general elections. The signing ceremony took place at the Presidential Villa in Abuja around 5 p.m. with principal officers of the National Assembly in attendance. Let's go to Mike Igini and what he had to say. He seemed really not pleased. I'm trying to use light words here. But most importantly, disappointed in the country. And this video is courtesy of Arise Television. I'm going to play it, and hopefully, I think they're in 2 parts. I'm going to play it and allow for you to make of it what you will. By the way, here's Mike Igini, former INEC resident electoral commissioner.
There comes a time, no matter what, we have no other country other than Nigeria. I would have left when I was in the university, but I stayed back because I wanted a country for us, despite being locked up by Abacha, kept everywhere, and all that. And so, Having done all of that, to find out what we are going through is the reason why I switched on. Therefore, your question as to the statement I issued, history is a graveyard for contending opinions. What I put out there is an empirical evidence of how they have suffered. Because the resistance against a credible election in Nigeria has been long-standing. Dr. Gobadia was the first to set up the ICT unit in the INEC. It was a unit in his office and later a full department. At that time, they used the OMIR to try to sanitize the process. From there to Iwu's era, where you have to use DDC, machine capture machine. Iwu set up the VSAT across 774 local government for transmission of results for the 2007 election. It was sabotage. All the billions that were spent wasted. Jega era came in. We started and we identified all election rigging processes and that the EV system must be carried out. The EVs had 4 tracks: the biometric registration, biometric accreditation, e-voting, and e-transmission. But as we were doing that, the members of the National Assembly, under Section 52, they were scared and they prohibited the use of any electronic thing. In fact, they used the word no electronic voting machine. That was the language that was used. But we came in, we saw Section 49, Section 52, Section 68 are the clear election rigging provisions. And for 20 years, we fought to get those provisions removed. Now, having done that, by the time Jega came in, we started with what you call biometric registration, with the first time that was carried out. Then you remember that we were called TVC, temporary voters card. From TVC, we moved to PVC. From PVC, we moved to smart card reader to deal with Section 49, which is the election rigging provision in our laws. All right, we did to deal with that. But what happened? By 2015, of course, sabotage from within, and from there comes a time, no matter.
Okay, so I'm going to play you the part 2 of Mike Igini's statement, and then I will go to my next story. Here's a continuation.
In everything, rigging election, we needed to sanitize it. That was why we brought the idea of the smart card reader to identify, confirm, and authenticate a true voter at the polling unit. But what happened when the matter went to court? The apex court of our fatherland painfully declared that, the smart card reader, beautiful device, however, it should have been written in the Electoral Act. Today, the debate that has held this country down for the past 2 months or thereabout is brought about by the Supreme Court of our fatherland. And I'll give you what the Supreme Court did, how it has thrown everything in disarray. Supreme Court tribunals declared that the regulation and guideline of INEC that stated clearly on the basis of our historical experience that where the results that have been declared at the polling unit that expected or mandated to be sent to the IREB, so that when the result is already on the IREB, nobody will change it. Supreme Court said that IREB is an amusement center, card, warehousing everything.
All right, I like that part. He says that IREB it's a viewing portal anyway. That's what he meant to say, not amusement center. But that former rec for Cross River State, Mike Igini, speaking obviously very disappointedly about what's going on in the country. And if you watch the full interview, he talked about how, he could have left this country, how he stopped talking about it because he looks like he was falling on deaf ears. But let's move on to another story quickly so that you can join the conversation. Bandits kill Ondo monarch, and this is a story from the Punch newspaper. It was gathered yesterday that a monarch of Agamo community in Akure North local government area of Ondo State, Oba Kehinde Falodun, had been reportedly killed by suspected bandits. It was gathered that the traditional ruler was murdered on Wednesday evening while resisting the attempt by gunmen to abduct him. A source in the community said about 10 armed men stormed the palace and attempted to kidnap the monarch, but he resisted them, according to the source. When the assailants allegedly shot at him several times and the bullets did not penetrate, they reportedly struck his head with a heavy object, leading to his death. Oba, you don't fortify himself. Giddy gun. Oba is giddy gun. But unfortunately, that was on a lighter note. But on a serious note, how many more people have to die for us to deal with this issue of insecurity? I keep asking the same question every day, and I keep sounding like a broken record. We're politicking our lives away. The politicians are busy politicking and trying to fortify their spaces on the floor of the National Assembly and as governors and whatever. The people they want to govern are dying like chickens. Just so you know, more bad stories. 8 soldiers were killed yesterday. Let me just give you some background to that story, just to follow up to what's happened in Ondo. The Oba obviously resisted, being taken away or abducted, knowing that it would not be very rosy, but he was struck in the head. This story here from the Daily Trust newspaper says that 8 soldiers mobilized from a camp on Daba Masara Island in Lake Chad and made a long detour attack to attack the base. 2 sources in anti-jihadist militia supporting the military said, giving some toll, they said terrorists burnt down the base with 11 gun trucks and took away anti-aircraft guns mounted on them, said one anti-jihadist militia source. All the sources asked not to be identified as they were not authorized to speak about the incident. The base, which is 24 kilometers from the fishing hub of Baga, has served as a major security bulwark shielding that town from jihadist attacks. ISWAP and rival group Boko Haram have intensified attacks on military bases in the northeast. These jihadists attacked 2 bases in Borno State at the weekend, killing and wounding troops. And this is as reported by anti-jihadist militia. Late on Saturday, ISWAP attacked a base in Mandagariu near the Sambisa forest, jihadist enclave, killing and wounding an unspecified number of soldiers and militia. This is what the military said in a statement. And now we have 8 soldiers killed in terrorist raid. How many more Nigerians have to die? And finally, from the Daily Trust newspaper, before I open up the phone lines, because I know that you're itching to join the conversation, investigation uncovers that Epstein has gone everywhere, I guess. Investigation uncovers Epstein Barak's covert spy, a spy tech exploit in Nigeria. Investigation uncovers Epstein Barak's covered spy tech exploit in Nigeria. So it's not Barack Obama, don't worry. A bombshell investigation by Dropsite News has revealed that the late American financier Jeffrey Epstein, and pedophile by the way, and the former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak collaborated over a decade ago to leverage Nigeria's security challenges for private profit. The report, based on a trove of U.S. Department of Justice emails, outlines how the duo marketed sophisticated surveillance technology originally developed in Palestine territories to gain foothold in Nigeria's lucrative oil and logistics sectors. The investigation details how Epstein and Barak viewed the Boko Haram insurgency not as a humanitarian crisis, but as a strategic business opportunity. In 2014, in a 2014 exchange regarding global unrest, Epstein remarked to Barak, "Isn't this perfect for you?" To which Barak replied, "It was not simple to transform it into a cash flow." The duo successfully marketed field-proven biometric systems, such as those used in the Gaza border, to Nigerian institutions under the guise of counter-terrorism. Now, these included biometric surveillance projects at Babcock University and later a 2020 World Bank-backed initiative where Barack's associates, listen please, helped shape Nigeria's national cyber infrastructure. Beyond security, the email suggested these deals were getaways for broader commercial interests. Epstein reportedly brokered high-level talks between DP World Chairman Sultan Ahmed bin Suleiman, who recently resigned amid the Epstein Wahala and the fallout, and then the Nigerian sovereign wealth official to secure port ownership in Lagos and in Badagry. Here we are. Go and read the story. Go and read it. I just gave you some bits and pieces. Go and read it. It's on today's Daily Trust newspaper. Investigation which uncovers Epstein and Barack's covered spy tech exploits in Nigeria. The phone lines are open. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp. It's 08095975805. But before we take your calls, the president is saying that you should forgive him. This video is courtesy of Arise Television.
3 start days, Ramadan, we know the teaching that it brings to us. We understand, but I must reiterate the principle. It is to get to be closer to God, to do goodness to people. As we start this Ramadan, we know the teaching that it brings to us. We understand, but I must reiterate the principle. It is to get to be closer to God, to do.
We're going to go on a break. When we come back, I'll play you the rest of the clip. It's still 99.3 Nigeria Info. The program is Hard Facts. The phone lines are open right after the break.
Understanding Nigeria starts with asking better questions. Hard Facts on Nigeria Info, the nation's #1 talk, news and sports radio station. Let's talk.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
The battle of brilliant minds continues on I Beg to Differ. At 4 p.m., it's a showdown of strategy and wit as Spring of Life College locks horns with Square College on the motion. State policing is the panacea to Nigeria's insecurity challenges. Then at 5 p.m., Ideal Crystal School makes a comeback against equally returning MICTEC International High School in a high-stakes debate on the motion. The Nigerian state should introduce term limits for elective legislative offices. With 26 debaters left in the second regional tournament of I Beg to Differ Season 9, 2 more will bow out of the competition on Thursday. I am Yvonne Okaifo. Join Sammy Yoban Daniels and me as we find out which schools progress to the round of 16 on Thursday. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 schools, now 26. 1 winner, 1 grand title, the champion of champions. Supported by Obiwizi. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for cotton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201 330 0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Non-stop conversation, never-ending discussion.
All in one station.
Idle refineries scalp 13 trillion naira as NNPC admits waste.
Elections have to be free, fair, transparent. That is when people will be interested in the electoral process.
It's a tiny percentage of them that are our leaders.
People are moving to 5G and they are still sitting back on 2G and making noise about it.
Do you think that mandatory e-transmission of polling results would curb electoral malpractice?
How long Nigeria will move forward?
I am not expecting anything from this on your mandate with Southern National Assembly led by Babylon.
It's Nigeria's station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. My name is Shegwa Rinze.
Welcome back. 0201 277 0993 0201 465 7190. What are the headlines today? 8 soldiers have been killed in terrorist raid. Bandits kill Ondo monarch resisting abduction in Akure North. E-transmission of polling results cannot replace manual, says President Tinubu. He's also asking for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? If I've ever done anything, forgive me. And of course, there's an investigation that has uncovered Epstein's and former Israeli leaders' plan to benefit from the Boko Haram insurgency. Join the conversation. 60 seconds is all you have. Please go straight to the point. Let's keep it short and straight to the point. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is MB. I'm calling from Surulere.
Okay, MB, go ahead.
You see, this misgovernance and the killing will continue. You know why? Because we are not sincere to ourselves. Nigeria is not working. I cannot work. That is why we just have to call for a referendum. I know many people don't want to. That is the truth. The people, the journalists at our MPC is supposed to intensify this. Where we will come together and decide how we want to live. Give our conditionalities. Those who cannot abide it can go their separate ways peacefully. But nobody wants to hear this. Because if you look at the killers are coming out. I know when they glorify the Amoteku to high heavens as usual with Yoruba press, they are doing that. But although now, what are state now, are they not Yoruba land that is stopping them Amoteku now? In the southeast, our prophet of the century, and the Kano.
Just so you know, Kwara State is not necessarily a southwest state. But they turn them upside down, bring Bubaku to tarnish the image of that young man. Okay. You see? So if we don't come together and decide how we want to live, my dear sister, we are just wasting our time. All they are doing is just ad hoc arrangement. All right. Thank you very much for calling. There's that trick. You know, we think that Kwara State is a southwest state. It's actually a northern state. I know. Welcome to Hard Facts.
This is Kenny from Shomolun.
Hello, Kenny. Go ahead, please.
All right. Mr. President, I forgive you, although I have nothing against you. But if you have done well by what you signed into law on the first day of the Ramadan Mubarak period, then you'll be rewarded by God. And if you haven't, you will be rewarded by God. The ball is in your court to do well by people. I just want to remind you that a former British Prime Minister said that our political leaders are fantastically corrupt. God forbid that you be pigeonholed among them. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Kelly, for calling. Welcome to Hard Facts. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
My name is Ambrose. Maryann. Hello, Maryann.
Go ahead.
You've been asking. I think you've been asking of Peter Monson. He's been bedridden now for some time. I just got the information.
Oh.
So that is that.
Oh dear.
Maryann, you can see that when people are dying in the north, soldiers are being killed, military bases are being destroyed. The only thing relevant to President Tinubu is how to make sure that we don't have a free, fair, credible, and transparent election. That's why each time I talk, I put transparent. But more importantly, Maryann, I've been talking about these things. Registration centers. INEC is not doing anything. We are saying we should come out in large numbers. Where are the large numbers when the registration centers are not close to the people?
All right. Okay.
How can registration increase?
Thank you very much for calling. All right. Thank you for calling. 60 seconds is all you have, guys. Please go straight to the point. I would like to reach out to Peter Monte. I don't know. Ambrose, I forgot to ask what exactly is wrong with him, because I know that he's a photographer and he's a very lively guy. Is he sick? You can send me a message on WhatsApp so I can know. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon.
Turn off your radio and call me back. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
It's Emmanuel. I'm speaking to you from Epe.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
The president said we should forgive him. How would I forgive my traumatizer? Look, going to a year now, I don't sound like in Epe. So that is the story. That is the story for the gods.
Is it the president that's not giving you light? How has it traumatized you?
Maryann said at the end of his 4 years, if Nigerians are not seeing light, they shouldn't vote for him. So you are not the one who helped him say that. He said it by himself. Okay. Talking about the Electoral Act, something has always told me in the days when it was still in the National Assembly, that if the president didn't get what he wants, he won't attend to him. And I think it's because he got what he wanted. If you see all the drama, from the Senate, to the House of Reps, that is why he assented to it, quickly. I don't believe it is in the interest, of Nigerians. And then for the killings, I don't know the way we are going to navigate our way out of this, but we are in a deep mess that I don't just know how we are going to navigate our way out of it. Good afternoon to you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, good evening, Maryann.
Good evening.
Maruka from Festa. We can get around this thing. Sometimes God works in a mysterious way. It is in the law. It is in the electoral law now. So it's there. It can be tendered in the court. Let all the opposition parties have a meeting and set up a domain in their different domains where the agents will send that form after they have signed along with the INEC. So by the time they go to court, and if 6 parties agent brings something and is different from what APC is bringing, then it means the APC rigged or something is wrong. The the opposition party must do something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's evidence. If you go to court, 6 parties are bringing this is the score. Then APC or INEX is bringing something. Then we can provide something that can question that even to international community. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, actually, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Quick one. I find you say Nigerians are happy. Why is that man always deceiving himself? You just explain all what Peter, is it Igini? Mike Igini said.
Igini.
Yeah, Mike Igini now. And he's telling us that Nigerians are happy. Those that are happy are those of them who believe in mandate would they stand. Say on mandate they stand. That is them. He came in through the back door. The professor who helped him is in jail 3 years or something. Maybe they asked the guy to go and hide somewhere. After 3 years, you come out. Don't talk. But what I'm saying, God is so merciful. Like the last caller said, all the parties come together, get your agents, tit for tat, mark these people. But then calculation. When I'm not, as the man tell her.
All right.
The process that brought this man in is wrong. Look at the soldiers are dying. Their supporters who call me insecurity did not start today. Like I always say, we all are in for it. Heaven will collapse, it will not collapse of one man.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Well, it didn't start under him, but he campaigned on the heels of this, and we still got that clip of the vice president saying he will lead the troops. What's the vice president, by the way? Just a curious question. Let me read some messages and then we'll come back to the phone line chat. And by the way, if you're listening to us from the diaspora, you're allowed to join the conversation. Join us on 080-959-75805. Let's go to WhatsApp and read some of the messages that are coming in. Ayo here says, good afternoon. President wants forgiveness, but he's maltreating Nigeria. He signed Electoral Act 2026 without scrutinizing it. I know it'll be full of errors. Court is our greatest enemy. Epstein's revelation is deep. Israel is monitoring us, says Aya. I leave that conversation for Iriti. Thank you, Peter. Okay. Thank you, Peter. I will make sure to reach out to him. Thank you very much. Ambrose. Thank you very much. For that, and please put Peter in your prayers, guys. Peter Manse is one of our very regular callers, but I think he is not feeling too well. This one here says the fear of real-time electronic transmission of election results is simply because it will take away the power to determine electoral outcomes from the vote coalition centers and the judiciary, and the return of the power to the people. It's akin, I beg your pardon, to a class suicide for the ruling party. Chris in Dublin. Thank you, Chris. If I here says to the pensioners or to the government, civil servants, teachers, army, police, and all other officials, and all those who are loyalties, they should do the right thing, and cause when the day comes when the government are supposed to pay your money and pensions, they will start giving you excuses saying there is no money, and meanwhile they enrich themselves with your hard-earned money. Is like a food chain to the civil servants. If you elect bad leaders, it will come back to hunt you. Okay, fine. What to the wise, I guess. This one says, Lain Kalawale from Ogun State says, why is the president seeking forgiveness when even recently he signed a bill that definitely takes our voting right from us? Everything about the president explained a failure in power. Talk about all the fake promises, unjust killings, absolute corruption and greed. I think forgiveness is far from him. When the righteous rules, the people rejoice. But when someone like the president rules, there's anguish everywhere, he says. Lainka, thank you for your message. This one says, Maryann, please, concerning power outage for more than a year in Ekpe and other areas, please, who do we complain to? My condolences to the soldiers who died in the attack by terrorists. And he says, get well soon, to Peter Monson. Thank you very much. On Monday, myself, I don't know who to complain to, because even us, our life is just... Oh, I'm tired. AB from Badagry says, President Tinubu is not interested in transparent elections. He knows transparent elections will kick him out of Aso Rock in 2027. Okay. This one here says, I guess some of these killings have political undertone because I feel the government are using them to hunt some opponents. Adams from Agor Palace. Really? You believe? Okay. Someone from Dr. Mu here says, I think there was an insider working with and giving the terrorists and armed bandits precise information about the location of the Ondo monarch, as well as the 8 soldiers killed at different times. It is crystal clear that the security is not only an individual business, rather a collective effort with a clear vision on how to tackle it head on without fear or favor. Thank you, Henry. This one here says, APC and Tinubu have started the rigging of 2027 elections already. Check the continuous voter registration exercise that should ordinarily be done by INEC. APC has hijacked the process. No, APC is trying to register people into their party. He says the party brings officials of INEC to its offices in Lagos State to mobilize members of the community to go there and collect voters' card. INEC cannot be trusted as it's presently constituted, as the commission is now a unit of the APC. They use private residential buildings now for nefarious exercise. I need facts. I need proof. Get me a video. I want to see what you're talking about. Then I can be certain that this is, something. This one says they want to I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna move away from that and go back to the phone line 0201277093. If you are listening from the diaspora, you're allowed to call on WhatsApp. It's 0809597580. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Yes.
This is Tunde calling from Itiwe.
Go ahead, Tunde.
You know what? What is Mr. President apologizing for? Who is he apologizing?
In the spirit of Ramadan, he's saying forgive. And
Ramadan. Even the Suli is a really fasting person. And you believe in her that you do the needful to Nigeria. We are begging for the right visa transmission and did not give to us. He said we should continue on this ballot paper or manual or what do you say?
From ECA tape.
He's not sincere to Nigeria. I'll be partial to I don't know who is apologizing. When it's time for the lynching now, who is going to rescue us? Is he ready to come and rescue us? Is it not because of the lynching? That is why we are asking for transmission of the election. So what are you apologizing for? So I apologize is not accepted to me. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Tunde, for calling. I appreciate it. Let me quickly read some messages. I'll come back to the phone lines. On Facebook Live, there are some comments. Ola Adefe says, get well soon to Peter Monsen. This one says, I want to ask, are we in a democracy or an autocracy or feudalism? That's a civil process concerning the electronic election transfer in real time. Your president will send police and army and even sometimes Agberos to harass and tear gas you. You see, you can see what transpired yesterday at the Senate gate where innocent protesters were tear gassed for their rights. Such energy can never be used on bandits and Boko Haram. Remember, this was what happened in NSA's 2023 elections and end bad governance. These electronic transfer saga. You ask, why is this APC government and Senate House of Reps governors afraid for free and fair elections? If you don't have skeletons in your cupboard, it's because they came through the back door. Okay, your message is too long, so I'm leaving it. AB here says President Tinubu is not interested in transparent elections. He knows. Okay, I think I've read your message on WhatsApp already. John Bernardo, he says the Senate told us manual coalition is a backup, but Tinubu said electronic transmission is a backup. What a confused set of people. Well, no, I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you cannot swap one for the other. That's what the president is saying. He's saying you can't swap one for the other. We're saying we want just one. The Senate is telling us that one is a backup. You know, the manual, the form ECA, just there in case of incasity. That's stupid English, isn't it? But, I mean, there you go. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
My name is Prince Wires, calling from Oshodi, the city in the center of Unified. Our friend, what is really happening with him? Amansi.
I don't know.
Have you get in touch with him?
I don't know. No, I haven't. But you are listening to the radio with me now. How will I get in touch with him? Somebody just said it now. Eh?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I want to say something about yesterday's sign. For me, somebody like me, I'm okay with it. Why? Number one, a little transfer is in order. But if that is not possible in the hamlet, in the villages, we have to go to the alternative. And the alternative is manual. When we talk of voting this, I want to reach. If so, you believe in rigging, it means you too, you are a rigger too. All the four political parties, this one is not a rigger among them. All the local government they conducted, did they allow the other party to win sham of local government?
All right. So in other words, all our politicians are thieves. Thank you very much for calling. Incredible. Because all the state governors within the different parties did not allow any other local government, any other political party to win, so they're all riggers. Yes? You're a thief. No, you are the thief. No, you are the thief. Interesting times. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Why no good deal? Because all of them are.
I'm sorry, you can't call the female line. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Hello. Peter, your line is bad, but go ahead. Let's see if it works.
Okay. You me?
Peter, you have to call us back. The line is really bad, okay? Try and call us back. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Okay, it's Peter again. I've changed my line.
All right.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Maybe when I came in, I tried to get your topic, so I just got it. If you said the president is saying we should forgive him in the spirit of Ramadan, in this fasting and period, let me come this way. Educate me, correct me, because I want to be precise. Why is it that during the dispensation of the APC government, they asked for forgiveness? That's what I'm saying, educate me. Before the demise or during almost the demise of the late President Buhari, he asked for forgiveness when it was about. Now, Tinubu is asking for forgiveness. Why is this rampant with APC when they know that they're not doing the right thing? From my own perception, I don't see the need for forgiveness. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Peter, for calling. I appreciate it. 0201-277-0993. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Matthew from Akbara.
Go ahead.
Tinubu asked for forgiveness after he has committed himself. He offended the electronic bill, whether electronic or otherwise, to back up with manual. If Nigerians doesn't forgive him, then God will not forgive him. What they have done there is injury.
How do you know the mind of God? Are you God?
Country.
Are you
I'm
God?
not God by sister Nuavasi. Yes, it is annoying. It is annoying, my dear. See?
Okay.
Very, very annoying. Yes.
Thank you for calling.
God is annoying. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, God bless you too. It's how it pained him. He had to say it in my language. Interesting. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Bola speaking from Nigeria.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can I speak concerning the Boko Haram issue about the killing of?
Yes, 8 soldiers killed, and of course, an Ondo monarch was also killed.
Yeah. Maryann, I want to ask. We all have been talking about this insurgency, killing here and there, and all that. Have we sat down and think about where these people are getting their sponsor from? Perhaps from there are some foreign powers that are.
Why do we even have to sit and think? I mean, if a thief comes to your house, you start thinking, where did he buy the gun? Who gave him the gun? You want to kill him. You want to make sure that you get rid of him.
Do you know why I'm asking these questions? We are all shouting, America come, America come. They have been here a month now or thereabouts. And this thing is still happening. We have not seen them saying they hit one target, they killed several Boko Haram, Boko Haram, and all that.
You don't want to start that conversation because you will be
I'm thinking about
you will be lumped aside me because they say that we're the ones who don't want America to help
because
us.
The last time during the December period that they said they hit one target and all that, I didn't hear that target they hit. The several Boko Haram were killed or that. I mean, I don't know what is going on.
That's a conversation for another day.
We need help. They are here now, and here is the news. Is still
America is still strategizing. Have some faith. They are going to help us and wipe out Boko Haram.
I can think critically. I'm a critical thinker. I don't just follow what people
Thank you for calling. Keep being a critical thinker. I'm not in the mood for America today. So please, I see my voice is going. Let's take more calls. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon to you, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
This is Countryman. I'm calling from Lekki.
Countryman. Which country are you from?
Nigeria.
Let me say it like Odumeji. Which country are you from?
Nigeria, Maryann.
Go ahead, please.
You see, Maryann, in this country, you can all see that the leading dog is better than a dead lion. Our former president, Buhari, where is he now? Where is he? So what I will tell them, whatever they are doing, they should remember that we all came from the dust, and that's where we are going back. That's where we are all going back. So whether you do good or do bad, your reward is with God. You should not ask for forgiveness from anybody.
Okay, all right.
You should go and ask for forgiveness from God.
Okay.
You should not ask for forgiveness from anybody.
Thank you very much for calling. Coffee Rainer on YouTube Live says, if Mike Igini's comment on Arise Television yesterday did not move you and make you question the systems that we run, perhaps you could be part of the problem. I suggest listening to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror. Ooh, I think I know who this request is for. All Nigeria's politicians. Yeah, but they don't care. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello. All right, call us back. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Godman here.
Go ahead.
So the thing here, as I've always been saying it, if you don't deal with the root of this insecurity, which is the sponsors of this, we're wasting our time here. And then you're talking about America. America, I don't know for what reason they want to just let's work with the government.
But they want to help you, and you are the ones that went to call them. They want to help you.
The brain behind this thing, if this is going to work, you can't work with the government where we have government officials who sponsor these things.
But they've named some people that they are putting on a no-fly list. Kwankwaso and some people.
That man had the list and it is not there. Can't you go back to where the list came from? Can't you go back to the UAE and get the list back? What kind of excuse is that? So if we don't get to the root of these sponsors and deal with them, what are we wasting our time for? I beg this government is just clueless. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. The Americans are here to save us. Our saviors are here. A monarch was killed yesterday. Soldiers were killed by Boko Haram. I haven't heard about Boko Haram in a bit. But yeah, more and more people. And some of these numbers go unreported, or sometimes are underreported. But do you know what the priority of your so-called leaders are right now? How they can rig the elections, how they can win massively. Even when they have successfully gotten almost every governor on their side, their priority is how to win elections. No one's thinking about how to win over you and I as Nigerians. So if you've been asking what the way forward is, there's your answer. Make of it what you will. We'll go on a quick break. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
From Washington to Beijing, Moscow to Abuja, London to Kigali, the world is shifting.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.